Hey everyone, I hope you're well. I was really inspired to come on and give a testimonial to Manmeet Chowdhry, who is the owner of Optimum Performance Solutions. Um, Effectively, I approached her a couple of months back when I perceived I was really challenged by a few really sort of quite strong health challenges, I would say. Insomnia, tinnitus, and just general health. Um, I in the past I sort of experienced sort of quite a strong degree of mental health challenges and physical just disability. I just never felt this way before, and I spent 8 months going to health practitioners, doctors, homeopaths, Ayurvedic doctors, CBT specialists, coaches, quite a few people. And in the end, I was destined to meet Manmeet, who helped me make sense of my illness, my past, my present, and my future. And what I can say is, she helped me come off medication, and I found myself relying on medication, and I found myself going into a cycle. And when I met Manmeet and she worked with her, it gave me the confidence and the belief. She made me aware that I was already confident and I can already believe that I can get rid of this medication. And she was an influencer in that. Um, I struggled with insomnia for many months, and when I started working with her, coming off the medication, it was challenging because I went through quite a strong challenging period. So, as much as she helped me, she challenged me also because I did experience sort of insomnia whilst working with her. But I can also say my sleep is improving dramatically after working with her and whilst working with her, as we were clearing some of the thoughts and perceptions that were stuck in my subconscious. And there still is some, and there's still a way to go. But I would say, I struggled with insomnia, and now I can say I don't have insomnia, which is quite profound, really, actually. So it's interesting, how seeing really sort of specialists, they sort of tackle it from the bottom, from the top down, whereas Manmeet shakes it all from the root and just pulls it straight out. So that was really sort of a big insight for me. I find myself less scared about the future, and I find myself reflecting less on the past after working with her. So um, I would say that's been quite a big shift, because I found myself, and even sometimes to an extent, even currently a little bit now, making a story and believing the story about what's happened to me in the past. And Manmeet has a very unique way of unlocking what all of that means for you and allowing you to dissolve any story that you're running and see that everything is perfect. Everything which you believe happened to you in the past, which is a negative, there was actually a positive in it. And she holds you to account to make sure that you can see it. And she's very good at that. There's a lot of coaches out there who sometimes may tell you what you want to hear to not upset you. But the thing I really appreciate and admire, and also don't admire because it challenges me, but Manmeet will tell you what you want to hear and also what you don't want to hear. And quite often, what you don't want to hear is what creates the shift. If I look in my life, the things which I've not wanted to hear, the honest, critical feedback I've got, has actually been the thing to propel me forward. So Manmeet does that a lot. And I would say that's the honest truth I need and want to hear. And I would say if you're thinking about working with someone who you want that from, then I would definitely recommend Manmeet as someone to work with, because in my case, she has put me in a place of health where I just didn't think was imaginable in such a short period of time, having gone through 9 months worth of testing and medication and all sorts. Um, so I would say, yes, she's helped me with that. She's helped me see that in life you don't gain and lose anything. You have it all. It's always been with you. It's like, I was trying to think of how I can um, put a testimonial for her And there's so many things that I can go into in a short space of working with her. It's unbelievable what I've learned, right? But effectively, what I can try to summarize is by saying this. It's like a car. You know, you have your front windscreen and then you have your rear view mirror. Now, before meeting Manmeet, I perceived myself just looking in my rear view mirror a lot. I was looking at the past. I was trying to make sense of it. I was really stuck in it. I was obsessed with it. I was stuck to it. I was just wanted to understand it. And as a result, I was constantly crashing my car because I wasn't looking at anything forward. I wasn't looking at, the rear view mirror just was huge. It overpowered me. When I worked with her, slowly the rear view mirror became smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And guess what? I was able to now reconnect with the fact that I have a front screen. I can drive forward. I can move forward with my life. And that was huge. And she basically lifted the veil off my head to allow me to experience reality for what it really is. And it just goes to show there's so much more work to be done for me in this space. But the amazing thing I've really understood is everything that's happening to me and has happened to me and will happen to me in the future is absolutely perfect. It will always have both sides. Nothing that's going to happen to me and has happened to me is only one-sided. It's just I haven't asked myself the questions or held myself to account in the way she can help me with to be able to see that. And it's like a veil is beginning to unlift and has lifted on specific subjects where I've done the work on, where I had a previously strong charge to someone or a work colleague or a work event or a health event, and after working with her, like there was a couple of times where I sort of was in tears because of how grateful I felt for that particular thing I previously resented and despised, and I never thought I would ever experience that. And she's helping me shift things out of my head and putting them into my heart. And actually she's given me another perspective of what yoga, mindfulness, meditation is about, experiencing the true reality for what it is. Its absolute brilliance, its absolute perfection is occurring all the time. So I hope that gives you some idea of what it's like to work with Manmeet. You know, this is I'm just touching the surface with what I've said, let alone she's exposed me to her network of existing clients and other healthcare professional people, which is second to none. You know, it's really, really useful. I found great value in it. She shared with me lots of material and books and articles and voice notes and YouTube videos, which has immersed me into this space and had a compounding effect on the work I've done with her. And she's also helped me move forward, you know, and I intend to connect with her again in the future, that's for sure. I intend to stay in touch with her teachings and her posts, and just to connect with everything that she's exposed me to. And more importantly, she's empowered me to do the work myself, as opposed to be so reliant on the coaching process, which is quite refreshing actually. So all I would say is if you are going through something and you have exhausted a whole list of medical or professional help and you still are going through something, I would say, in my opinion, my perception is working with Manmeet will give you the biggest shift that you can't even dream was possible. So I hope that helps. Yeah, take care everyone, and speak to you soon. Bye.